What's up, guys? It's me, your badass host, Draven, and welcome to another episode of our Pokemon Yellow Legacy walkthrough. Okay, so here we are, guys. We're here. This is one of the few dungeons that I kind of don't like because it's so long. And it brings back memories of, you know, like my uneducated background or my uneducated childhood in Pokemon, if that makes any sense. So, let's see. You know what? Screw it. We're just gonna go with Thrasher right here. So, anywho, in our last episode, we went through the last route and defeated everybody. They were a challenge, and I'm just saying this. This game, like little by little, I'm completely falling in love with this thing because it's just like it's everything it should have been back in the day. It's like, for instance, we got a Clefairy here at level 25. I think in the original version it's like at level 18, so it's like all these Pokemon stats have been buffed up a little bit. So I know for a fact that this episode is going to be... it's going to be a little bit lengthy, mainly because of the leveling, the stats, and the different kinds of Pokemon that you'll encounter. And, well, this person has a Wigglytuff, so, yeah, we're gonna... If we're here to be Pokemon Masters, we're gonna work at it, and they're making us work for it. And Thresh has been disabled, so that I really don't need right now. So here we come with a double kick on a Wigglytuff, and just like that, Wigglytuff has been defeated. Yes. Alrighty. Okay. And she's like, "Oh, I blew it again." Yes, you did. Okay, so off screen I did buy myself quite a few healing items, and well, I did teach Ultra Psycho Flash, which, you know what, it's gonna prove useful. So here we are in the rock tunnel, and thankfully, you know, Smith Place Pokemon made repels 10 Pokédollars each, so we don't have to, like, you know, save up money for that. So we're gonna be battling this guy right here. So let's see what he's got. Pokemon fight, ready, go. Okay. So anywho, guys, this game right here, or this area right here, Pokemon in the rock tunnel, it brings back a little bit of memories, mainly because of how I first went into rock tunnel all them years ago. So my very first Pokemon game that I've ever played was Pokemon Blue, and it was a game that I borrowed from a family friend of ours. And I remember, okay, the first thing that I remember out of that whole game, or seeing that save file, was they captured Mew. And at that time, I didn't know anything about the Mew glitch or anything like that. So now that I know, especially now being grown, you kind of know that, yeah, they used the Mew glitch. They found the Mew glitch or something like that. And, you know, I think I may have said something around the lines that, like, yes, I only used Charmander and Charizard, and I only powered it up. I didn't really use any other Pokemon. Yeah, it was a mess. It was a complete mess. And if I could ever, if I could ever find that save file or that game, I would go to it, play it as it is, because I got stuck at before Saffron. I didn't know how to get to Saffron. That was the thing. There was no Pokemon guides. The internet was very sparse. You had to go into the playground and ask, okay, so how do you do this? How do you do that? How did I make it past Cerulean City? And that was by asking around in the playground to my friend Yamil. Shout out to Yamil. And coming into this game right here, into this area, I didn't know about the HM05 Flash, so I came in here without anything. Like, I came in here in the dark, and that's how clueless I was playing this game. And wow, this guy, oh wow. So we got level 25 Slowpoke, and I'm here like, yeah, let's go with Bite Attack, see what it does. Here comes a headbutt. But yes, guys, that was my experience back in the day. Obviously, I got to play Pokemon a little bit more, borrowing games, playing other people's games and all that stuff. I got to learn type advantage, type disadvantages. It was until after I got back into Pokemon that like I've learned the new mechanics, especially the physical and special splits, and then you know, admittedly, here on YouTube, I got to learn about specific moves to specific traits. Thanks to you guys, I now know to use specific moves for different Pokemon. Like the most famous one, what was it? Gardevoir? Yeah, Gardevoir and Gallade. So I remember in my first Pokemon Platinum game, I taught Gallade Psychic, and a lot of you guys were like, "What the heck are you doing, man? It's a physical attacker. You should have kept the Psyshock or Psyblade or something like that." You guys told me to do that, and I of course I didn't listen until I realized that, well, that move right there was specific to its traits, which is it's a physical attacker rather than a special attacker. So yeah, I got to learn through you guys. Thank you guys. And well, I kind of feel like I'm going to be learning some more moving into the next few games, which would be Generation 9. I have yet to play Generation 9 at all. Believe it or not, guys, I still, let's see. Yeah, I still... Actually, not that one. Oh, look at that. I'm playing the game right here. Look at that. Acid Attack. Believe it or not, I still have it in its cover. I haven't played it yet because I kind of want to focus on the games I know best. And the games I know best are the ones that, you know, are getting the most views right now. So why not? In the meantime, you know, learn the game off screen and all that stuff. And like I said, it's probably going to be through you guys that I'm going to learn a little bit more about the new mechanics of Pokemon, especially when we get to Pokemon, what was it called, ZA, where I just saw how Pokemon battles are going to be. So, yeah, it just keeps on evolving, and I'm just going to keep on learning from you guys. And this right here is very reminiscent of something that I did back when I was a kid. Holy crud. So before we talk about it, let's go ahead and change Rage for Bite, because, yeah, we kind of don't need Rage right now. And, holy crud, okay. I'm going to try to get adjusted right here. Poison. Okay, so, as you guys can see, Godzilla is poisoned. So, the origins of my Charmander line nickname, Godzilla I should say. It was the very first nickname I ever gave to the very first Pokemon I chose, which was a Charmander. Why I picked it was because I kind of felt like it looked like Godzilla. And having it being poisoned in Rock Tunnel is very reminiscent of when, I think it was before Rock Tunnel, that I have finally evolved my Godzilla to its final stage. Funny enough, it got poisoned along the way right here, in the dark. And I didn't know how to take it away. And the thing was, you see the little flashy thing, like that, the flashy thing, when you know that you're losing HP and you're trying to figure out how to heal the Pokemon. The other problem was, I did have a team of 6. Thing was, they were not trained. I didn't know how to use them. I was only using a Charizard. Yeah, imagine that, guys. Imagine me only using one Pokemon in a team of 6. That was crazy. And, wow, this is not going to end well. Holy buckets. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch it out. So, that happened. And it wasn't until I was like using every little antidote, or I was using every little potion here and there just to try and figure out, how do I take this poison away? And it wasn't until I hit the antidote. Yeah, I was a very clueless kid, very clueless Pokemon trainer, and oh my god. Okay, so this is gonna get a little scary because this guy has Rage. It's kicking my butt right now, and well, look at that. So good thing I bought a lot of healing potions here. And well, let's see. He's coming out with a Cubone. We're gonna stick with Hydro right here. And I think Cubone is a rock type Pokemon, right? It is. Look at that. Okay, and here comes a Focus Energy. Chances are this Pokemon might have like a rock type attack. And there we go. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, so this is a tad bit interesting right here. Okay, so before we finish off right here, time limit's coming up. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so we're back, guys, and we just got to heal up our Pokemon just a little bit. So, oh my god, I guess this is an episode of reminiscing about the first time I've ever played Pokemon all them years ago. So if you guys want to, you know, add to it, comment down below. Let me know what you guys' first experience, or what the first game you ever played was, what your first experience was, how you went about it, the whole shebang. Just comment down below, guys. Everything's welcome right here. If I was streaming, then we'd probably be talking about it a little bit more right here. But look at that, Graveler defeated, and Orchid is just kicking some butt. I kind of want to use him a little bit more. It's a love thing, I think. Eventually, I'm gonna have to come back to Rock Tunnel and see what kind of Pokemon are in here. I heard that there was a Kangaskhan in here. Probably. I do not know. So here we are, taking on a Machop. And this looks like one of them Pokemon that we're gonna have to use, like... We're gonna have to use the Poison and the Leech Seed. Okay, we're gonna do that. Yes, Leech Seed. Alrighty, okay, and here comes a low kick. Probably a low kick to the Nards, and that was not very effective. So Orchid is becoming a very, very, very good asset for us. So here we go. Absorb attack, just to give us a little bit more HP. Here comes a low kick attack, which won't be effective. And there we go. You're losing. Deal with it. That's right. Let's go with an acid attack. That's right. It knows that move. And just like that, Machop has been defeated. And Orchid grows to level 23. I am loving... I'm not gonna lie, guys. I am loving the challenge just a little bit, okay? It's... You know... The blood is getting warm and all that stuff. So here we go. An Absorb attack on Onix. And that right there will give us plenty of HP. So go ahead, throw as many rocks as you want. Orchid will rise again. With another Absorb attack. Thank you. Thank you very much. And just like that, we have defeated Onix, and, well, there's more points for Orchid right there, so that wasn't that hard, it was just, yeah. Anywho, let's continue on right here, and I think we should switch to Hydra right here and see what happens. Let's see, what's another experience that I had in Pokemon? I guess the Elite Four comes to mind. I remember it was the toughest, thing to do, and I remember I never, ever, ever defeated the Pokemon Elite Four in Pokemon Blue or Red. The first time I've ever won was against, what was it called, was in Pokemon Yellow. And I don't know if I've talked about this in a walkthrough or so, but there we go. We grow to level 23. Thank you, Gust Attack. And you know what, we're going to continue with Hydra right here. Smith plays Pokemon. You did a great job by putting Gust on the Hydra right here. Anywho, it was in Pokemon Yellow. I remember that I got so sick and tired of losing to the Elite Four, and I was doing the same old thing. I would always have that ace Pokemon. It was never Pikachu because we realized that Pikachu was not that strong. So it was either a Nidoking, a Primeape, or a Haunter. And why a Haunter was because, well, I didn't have a partner to trade Pokemon with. That was the hardest thing. Try growing up like that, guys. And, well, here we have another guy. He's like, maybe I'm lost in here. So, yeah. Try playing Pokemon without trading Pokemon. And having those 3 Pokemon as your strongest ones. And then when you're finally, like, kind of getting it, you're kind of like, you know, you kind of know how to go about the Pokemon game and all that stuff. Oh my god, come on. Okay, so this is getting ridiculous. We're all missing and stuff. And you're about to beat Gary. It's gonna be Pikachu versus Jolteon. You throw a few Thunder attacks and it hits it at 1 HP. That's what happened. And that's where I was like almost gonna that was where I was almost gonna quit Pokemon altogether, because it was like, dude, I can't beat this game. I almost beat Gary, and I can't relive that magic. You know, that momentum that you think you had and you want to do it again, but you never get it back? That sucked. Yeah. It wasn't until... It wasn't until, what was it called? The Missing Go cheat, yes. Actually, hold on, I'm trying to remember here. Like, where did I beat the Pokemon Elite Four first? I think it was... Yeah, it was a... Okay, so, let's rephrase that. Let's go back on that. Legally, I beat Pokemon Yellow. Legally, I beat it, because there was no Missing Go cheat. But the first time I've ever defeated the Pokemon Elite Four was after I realized, or after a friend of mine at school had taught me the Missing Go cheat. And then I buffed up everybody to level 100 and started destroying everybody. It was like my revenge tour. And then, you know, after a while, you get to understand the game. You get to, you know, see the concepts and all that stuff. And I guess it was like right there and then that it was like, oh wow, it's a team effort, not just one Pokemon. So I cannot believe that I was playing this game like that the whole entire time. I had that moment, and oh my god. When I realized that, yeah, you can use different Pokemon to defeat different you know, Pokemon and all that stuff, especially in different teams. Yeah, it became easier. It became so much easier and all that stuff. Now, like, I started to get it. It took me a while, guys. Yeah, that's just me ranting about my first Pokemon's experiences and all that stuff. And, why am I talking about it right here? Well, it's because... playing this game right here, Pokemon Yellow Legacy, it kind of feels like I'm playing the Generation 1 all over again, like for the first time. And I'm not going to lie, I'm excited. I am very excited because I've been watching the video over and over of the things to come in this game, and I just want to get it all right. I know that there are quite a few YouTubers out there that have done Nuzlocke on this game. Not a full playthrough, like in pieces. I have seen one that has actually done a full-on walkthrough, like 5-hour stream, I believe. And you know, I kind of want to be like, I think I'm the first to do a piece-by-piece walkthrough. So if I am, comment down below, guys. I'd like to see that. Never been the first at anything, and well, look at that. Defeating this Pokemon right here, and well, we're gonna go. Let's see. Let's go with Thrasher right here. The Thrasher show going up against Meowth. And the other thing about this, how Smith plays Pokemon and his team went about this whole thing. They made an emphasis on the Pokemon themselves, because in Generation 1, you never faced off against a Golem unless you traded for it. Let's see, Scyther, Pinsir. Pinsir's another Pokemon you never went up against, even Electabuzz or Magmar. It was rather disappointing because they're saying you got to catch them all, but yet you don't feature them all onto this. You have more of the same Pokemon over and over. So what I love about this game is that there is a huge emphasis on using every single Pokemon in this game. Like, literally put Pinsir here in this spot, or put Scyther right here. Heck, I want to know where Kangaskhan you can actually find it at. And, holy crud. Okay, we got to switch Pokemon right here. See, this is what happens when I get on a tangent and just talk. You got to switch it out. And there's that dig attack that doesn't work anymore. Another thing, Smith plays Pokemon's team had like they buffed up some specific moves like Acid, added moves to different Pokemon move types because, let's face it, Tackle, Leer, Defense Curl, Sand Attack, all those attacks that you usually see here in this game, it doesn't happen so often anymore. You get to be surprised by the whole dig attack. And look at this, we're learning Waterfall. This is a move that you never, well, this is a move that only Seeking can learn. And now it's been added to a Gyarados. I wonder which other Pokemon learned this. So we're going to try it out right here. And here is a Graveler. So here we go, waterfall attack. And that right there, my friends, is a very strong attack. Look at that. Okay, so like I said, I'm excited for this game. I almost want to give it like a 10 out of 10 star rating and all that stuff, so yeah. So, time limit's coming up. I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so we're back, guys, and well, here's the funny thing too. Here's a funny thing that I've just realized I've been meaning to talk about. So, I believe it was a few episodes ago that I was talking about the kind of equipment that I would be using, or that I'm using right now to record these things, like the computer that I have, the microphone, even the camera facing me, plus the monitor. And I mentioned something about the amount of batteries I have to buy. Now, never have I ever thought that I would actually be able to fill up a, what was it called, a 128 gigabyte memory card. Now these little suckers, right? Well, I did. So now I'm using a 64 for episode 15. That right there is crazy itself because, wow. I never really realized that I was doing that much content, especially with, like, you know, the whole green screen thing. And I'll tell you what, guys, doing the green screen has it's a whole new level of interaction that I've been doing here for the walkthroughs. Many of you guys already know, my team already knows who I am and what I do, and that was kind of surprising. So now they know. So shout out to you guys. Stay in school, and yeah, it's organization that I have to do now with, like, okay, pair up the green screen videos that I have right here with the actual episodes themselves. That way I don't miss out on what goes where. Because I'll tell you what, it's very disheartening when you do all this work and all of a sudden it doesn't get recorded right away. Like, you guys have seen that I've messed up on a few occasions of not recording this and then recording that, or not recording that and this, you know. And I'm just telling you guys, stay prepared if you guys want to be a PokeTuber. Be prepared, I should say. And, well, here we are, going with a Thunder Punch. And Boo Boo's doing his thing right there. Just kicking butt, taking names. And, well, look at that. Grows to level 28. Another thing, too, as a kid, I always thought that getting out of the level 30s was always the hardest thing to do. I don't know why. I really don't know why that is, but that was just the mindset of, like, where it was. Level 30s was always hard. Don't know. And, well, she's like, don't try anything funny in the dark. It's not that dark. Put a flash technique. Jeez. Okay, so here we are. Taking on a junior trainer female, and she will be coming out with a Weeping Bell, thankfully. I do have a Psychic type Pokemon right here. So, let's go straight for a Confusion attack. And that will almost defeat it, so here comes a Poison Powder. And again, be sure to bring a lot of healing items. This has always been a message of mine ever since I started this channel here, guys. And, well, look at this. Grow to level 24. This is awesome right here. And, well, here comes a Clefairy. Let's go with Thrasher. Thrasher the Smasher. By the way, I do have a Smasher somewhere in the PC. So here we go, double kick, and let's go one more time, and just like that, Clefairy has been defeated. Alrighty, okay. And, well, it was too dark, yeah, right. Okay, so let's go right ahead and use another antidote right here and continue on. So, let's see. Is there another story to tell in regards to Generation 1? Probably. I'm just trying to figure it out right now. And here we have Pidgeotto. And, well, we're going with an Ultra Psycho. Let's go straight for a Confusion attack. Again, in this game, Ultra Psycho or like the Aberline, they are not super buffed up anymore. It is, it's quite an even playing field now. So here we go, Confusion. And that does the trick right here. And that's some more experience points. So here comes a Raticate. And, oh yeah, by the way, I captured a Raticate off screen, guys. Yeah, didn't put it on the team or anything like that, but you can capture a Raticate right before this whole area, so I would say go for it. Maybe, I don't know. Look at this, Raticate, always pesky to battle. And there we go. Look at that. Okay. And, well, let's see. Here we have a neat arena, so I'm going to be going back to Ultra Psycho and all that buzz. So, let's see. What's another game? What's another memory that I have for the Generation 1? I think... I guess... Well, look at that. Level 25. Jeebus, criminy. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Getting all 51 Pokemon. Okay, so here's something disheartening, too. So... As I mentioned early on in this episode, what was it? I didn't really have a lot, especially with like a partner to trade Pokemon with. So the funny thing was that, or the most disappointing thing of Generation 1 was that once you defeat everybody, you can no longer battle them. The training becomes pointless, especially those rare Pokemon that you capture. The only thing, or the only people that would actually serve as a like, you know, potential help for, like, you know, experience points is the Elite Four. And that right there, like, you're gonna be beating them like 50 or 60 times and all that stuff. And we're gonna do this. There's nothing right there. And there's one more trainer right there. So I remember this, and this could go for Pokemon Sapphire, because I actually had that too. So there was a point where I had defeated the game, and, well, actually there were 2 points. One of them where I had beaten the game by myself, no help intended, and I had seen every single Pokemon on the Pokédex. Not every single one, but there was like, what, 148 Pokemon that I have seen. And, oh crap, why did I choose that guy? See? Oh my god, okay, so I gotta switch out right here. Let's go with Boo Boo. And it was bound to happen, guys. Okay, so let's take this bubble attack right here. So I managed to do this through trade, because eventually I found out that I had a neighbor that actually had a trading cord, like a extension cord to trade Pokemon. Yes, we used to use cords for this, guys. And, let's see. Oh, he's got a Fearow, or she's got a Fearow. Alright, let's go. Bring it on. Thunder Punch. Let's go, you nasty chicken, you. And just like that, Fearow has been defeated. And there we go. We have defeated, yeah, you're out of Pokemon, so, wow, okay. Okay, is there anything else? No. Okay. Let's see, Rock Tunnel, Cerulean City, Lavender Town. Okay. So we got more trainers to battle, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go before the time limit, and then come back and finish off the story right here, guys. Okay, so we're back, guys, and, well, let's go ahead and continue battling the last few trainers here, and continue the whole tangent of my experiences with Pokemon. Yeah. Anywho, like I was saying, guys, yeah, there was a neighbor kid that I had. There was well, within my neighborhood that actually had the link cord for Game Boys at the time. And I remember the first time I ever defeated or completed the game by myself without any cheats and everything. I managed to see the majority of the Pokemon, including Golem. I actually had a Golem, and it was like a whole brand new experience for me, because, well, you know, you never saw Golem in the main game, which was crazy. And then oh wow, look at that. Oh, okay. Alright, Pidgeotto, you got this one, but guess what? It's boo-boo time. Alrighty. Didn't know where I was going with that, but you know, it's boo-boo time. And boo-boo time, got it. Boo-boo. Alrighty, okay, so, yeah, see, I'm paying attention to some stuff right here. I know somebody's gonna say something about me not paying too much attention and all that crud. Anywho, yeah, neighbor kid and all that stuff, and, I didn't really have the luxury of... Oh, wow, sharpen. Yeah, I didn't really have the luxury of having 2 Game Boys or multiple games, so I had to find somebody, and I did. But then I got bored, and I tried it a different way by, you know, actually capturing the majority of these Pokemon with Master Balls, and then after that, growing their levels up to, I believe 60 was the cap for me. Like, I didn't see no point in... I didn't see the point in going to level 100 if I wasn't going to be battling anything else, you know? And what was the other thing? What was the other thing about that? Yeah. From there, let's see. I ended up trading again for Golem, and I didn't even take into account that, oh yeah, you could still get a Gengar, an Alakazam, and a Machamp. I didn't do that, and unfortunately, this kid right here who was in my neighborhood, he ended up moving, so I was stuck in limbo. That was the experience of having only 1 Game Boy, guys. 1 Game Boy and a whole bunch of time to boot. So that's that. I know some of you guys who are like around my age would tell me the same thing, that yeah, okay, well, like, you know, trading for Pokemon was not the same like right now where you can do it online and you can get every single Pokemon. It was hard back in the day, guys. And then, obviously, you know, when you grow up and you start making your own money, you start buying the things that you always wanted as a kid. And for me, I didn't just go into buying Pokemon games or what was it called, or buying systems right away, because it was like, you know, I'm still a college kid and I'm still trying to get the hang of everything. But little by little, I was actually improving on my collection and stuff, and I started to indulge in all the all the things that I didn't have back in the day, like a Link Cord, 2 Game Boys, getting the full roster on your Pokédex. Another thing too was having YouTube. When you get to find out about the Mew cheat, I was also one to purposely lose in the SSN in order to use strength for that truck. And the look on my face when that truck did not move at all, I was like, whoever told me about this, I hope they stubbed their toe on a Lego on a cold day. Yeah, they lied to me. Actually, we were lied to. Everybody was lied to. I felt like such a fool. And it wasn't until, like, you know, YouTube, like people on YouTube revealed how to get Mew onto the game without using a cheat or anything, which is more of a glitch. And yeah, that's what happened right there. So again, whoever, oh wow, okay, Kangaskhan. This could be problematic. Okay, let's go with Thrasher right here. We gotta go with Tank with a Tank. Okay, we got a Kangaskhan right here. Oh, Tail Whip, okay. So, like I was saying, guys, whoever told me about that whole truck thing, I hope you stubbed your toe on a Lego on a cold day, okay? Because that was mean. And, oh, crud baskets. Okay, so, yeah, we gotta beat this Kangaskhan right here. Look at this. Alrighty, okay. Boo Boo gets some points. Thrasher gets some points. We all live. We all eat. We all survive. Oh no, my Pokemon! Yes, defeated. And now that we've seen Kangaskhan, I kind of wanna... I'm curious now. I'm very, very curious. Okay, let's see. Alright, where are you, Kangaskhan? You kangaroo-looking mother grabber. Oh. They had to make it over at the Safari Zone. Never mind. Okay, I had my hopes up. And, well, here we are, taking on the last of the trainers right here. And, well, I think that's pretty much it for my storytelling and all that stuff. I've literally spent the whole entire episode talking about my experiences in Pokemon. I couldn't find any other topic, so I might as well with that. So, what do you guys think? Comment down below. If you guys have experiences, I think I've already said this early on. If you just want to know your experiences with Pokemon, like your very first one. What was your first game? What was your first experience? How did you play it? Just let me know, guys. Be interactive and all that. I mean, it was very hard for me to talk about it. I was not the perfect trainer like I am right now, or still not. But you know what I mean, guys. And well, this guy has he's got some Pokemon right here. Holy crud! Okay, so I am taking advantage of this waterfall attack right here, and Doug Trio has been defeated. Alrighty. Okay. That was not easy. Okay. So, we finally made it to Lavender Town. Look at this. Whew. Okay. So that right there was an adventure in itself. And, well, hopefully we'll have more stories in the next few episodes and all that stuff. So, anywho, guys. 15 episodes and we finally got here. It's going to continue on. Normally I don't like making long episodes. I know that many of you guys have commented saying that you should probably do longer episodes and stop splitting it piece by piece because, you know, you've done this before. But the thing is, I don't really like to do super long episodes unless it's required. This is one of those episodes where it was required and all that stuff. Now, I could use the speed button too, but the thing is that some of you guys didn't really like that, especially for a hack game right here. So, I'm trying to do things to where we're meeting down the middle and all that stuff. So, yeah. Anywho, this has been our episode right here. I will be back for another one as I don't know where we're going to be going right here. I think we're going to be going to Celadon City. Yeah, we're going to be going to Celadon City, so that will be our next adventure. Off screen, I'm going to be exploring the rock cave again, rock tunnel, and to see different kinds of Pokemon, and if I find something interesting, it might be added on the team. So, thank you guys again for watching. Thank you guys again for being patient as always. I'll see you guys in the next episode as we continue our adventure here in Pokemon Yellow Legacy Walkthrough. I said that right. See you guys.